So Joe Manchin went on Fox Business Network and he said the quiet part loud.
What if he were your nominee for president and it's him versus Donald Trump? Who do you vote for?
Well, it wouldn't be Bernie.
All right, so it would be the president, unless you leave it blank.
It wouldn't be Bernie.
Would it be Donald Trump?
Let's just say I'm going to make decisions based on what's best for my country and my state.
All right.
Oh boy, does this one get under my skin. Let me explain something to you guys. Bernie Sanders crushed Hillary Clinton in the West Virginia Democratic primary in 2016. Bernie Sanders crushed Hillary Clinton. Who did Joe Manchin end up supporting in the 2016 general election? He endorsed Hillary Clinton. He endorsed Hillary Clinton over Donald Trump. So you endorsed Hillary Clinton, who was obliterated in your home state. But you won't endorse the guy who obliterated Hillary Clinton in your home state in 2016. You won't endorse the guy who's a Democrat and is wildly popular in your home state. Joe Manchin is an enemy of the people. He's an enemy of his own people in West Virginia. He operates under the failed mindset and the failed framework of this idea that in order to be a Democrat and be serious, you got to run to the right and be like Republicans. Why do you think average people will like Democrats who sell out to Wall Street and sell out to corporations? Because that's what a right-leaning Democrat is. That's what you are. Joe Manchin recently worked with Republicans on what? Deregulating Wall Street. Show me the coal miner in West Virginia who's like, man, I really wish that they would just give Goldman Sachs more of what they want. I really wish that you would let the greediest guys in the room do whatever they want, make as much money as they want with no rules. They don't exist. So his understanding of politics is fundamentally flawed. Joe, it's the populism, stupid. Why did Trump do well in West Virginia? It was the fake populism. Why did Bernie do well in the primary, and why will he do well in the 2020 Democratic primary there? It's the populism. It's the populism. So, but he's fundamentally not a populist. He's not. He's the opposite. He's an elitist. Joe Manchin is deeply, deeply elitist. Now, the other point here is, I was told that you have to fall in line and unify. But weirdly enough, that doesn't apply to Joe Manchin. Imagine if Bernie Sanders came out and he said, listen, sorry, but I'm not going to vote for a centrist Democrat in the 2020 election, in the 2020 general, and I'm not going to campaign for him. Imagine if Bernie came out and said that. Do you have any idea how quickly that story would be in every single media outlet? And there would be such fever-pitched scolding of Bernie Sanders. How could you? You're a traitor. You're stabbing us in the back. Are you working for the Russians? What's the matter with you? Joe Manchin does it. I don't hear anything. This blew up on left Twitter a little bit, not even a lot, just a little bit, but nobody's even talking about it. So just understand, guys, when they talk about unity, it's a ruse. Unity is what they scream at the left to fall in line to support a centrist. That's what it is. It never works the other way. And by the way, this happened in Politicon. I was on the What Now Democrats panel. The very last question of the night, what did they do? The moderator asked me, if it's not Bernie, are you going to vote for the general election candidate? I was like, weird. You never asked any of them if they would vote for Bernie if he's the nominee, but you saved the last question to ask me if I would vote for a centrist. Weird how that works. It's almost like this is only used in one direction. And it is only used in one direction. Because Joe Manchin is admitting, I will not support Bernie Sanders. Fair enough, Joe. Fair enough, because we're going to come after your ass. We're going to come after your ass. We are going to do that. And President Bernie Sanders is going to rally in West Virginia against you and for a primary opponent to your left, and you're going to lose. You're going to lose. When President Bernie Sanders gets elected, he's going to have like a 70% approval rating in the entire country. Because that's what happens. When presidents get elected, they have a grace period where their approval rating is sky high. Bernie Sanders is going to go all around the country. He's going to rally in West Virginia. He's going to say Medicare for All is number one on our list. He's blocking it. He's blocking it. Joe Manchin is working for the for-profit health insurance companies and Big Pharma. He's screwing you, average West Virginian, which is why I'm supporting Paula Jean Swearengin to Joe Manchin's left, who's primarying him. And you should too. Guys, we have to acknowledge that there's a civil war going on for the heart of the Democratic Party. We have to acknowledge that. Acknowledge it and then fight in that civil war on your side. They're doing it. Joe Manchin's doing it. Maybe I'll support Trump. I'm not going to support Bernie Sanders. Oh, God forbid you support a candidate who's for all the popular policy positions that the people in your state want. God forbid you support Medicare for all to give everybody health care and pay less money and cut out the mafia middleman. God forbid you support free college and eliminating student loan debt. God forbid you support a Green New Deal, a New Deal, where we give new jobs to millions of people and to people all through West Virginia. God forbid you do that. No, you have to defend the status quo and defend the corporations. Joe Manchin is an enemy of the people. He's an enemy of the people, and he's admitting, unity my ass. I don't agree with him. I'm a corporatist. Bernie's not a corporatist. That's right. That is the difference. You are a corporatist, and Bernie Sanders is not a corporatist. But I do find it absolutely incredible that he masks this, I'm going to do what's best for my country and my state. Your own state says we want Bernie Sanders. That's why Bernie crushed Hillary in the 2016 election. But you won't endorse Bernie, even though he won your state. But you did endorse Hillary, even though she didn't win your state. Centrism is a brain disease. Centrism is defense of the status quo masked as truth-telling. That's what that is. Centrism is, gotta defend the corporate status quo, because what are we going to do? We can't move past that. We can't be bold. We can't be social democratic. We can't be for a whole new philosophy. So it's going to be masked as truth-telling when really I'm just a defeatist and a slave to the status quo. Thank you, Joe Manchin, for admitting that you're an enemy of the people. Everybody in West Virginia should take note of what he just said.